Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to part 2 of the 343industries.org community forum Let's Play of XCom 2. My name is Red Star Rocket, and last week we had just begun some research down in Tigan's lab over there, and we'd met Tigan and Shen very briefly. We'd also had a quick meeting with some of our soldiers, and since I've last seen you, we have removed our rogue bonus operator and replaced him with, or rather her, with Slick. So, hello Slick, pleasure to have you aboard the team. So this week we will be briefly meeting Bradford. We'll do a little bit of exploration of the geoscape, and we will hopefully meet a few new soldiers and run a mission. Once we acquire the new soldiers, who I'm hoping will get as our first event, as the first event of a campaign is usually a few bonus rookies, we'll do a quick rundown of all the soldiers, we'll introduce you to them, have a look at their backgrounds, and then generally get acquainted with who we'll be seeing over the next few episodes, who our heroes will be, so to speak. And with that, let's head to the bridge and attend to Bradford.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry, not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
And as we'd hoped, the initial supply drop was with some rookies, so we'll investigate that, and hopefully this will prove to be a few new Spartans.
Avengers plotting new course.
As I have set the game to pull exclusively from the character pool, rather than randomly generate soldiers, and since the character pool is currently filled purely with those who've decided to participate in the Let's Play, I am hopeful that we'll get hold of them here. But I guess we'll find out soon.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
But first, let's have a look at our research. Modular weapons, codenamed Tinker. We've had the troops digging through scrap piles and looting corpses, and at this point it's safe to assume they're on constant vigil for anything we could use to improve our gear. All the raw materials in the world won't mean much if I can't find use for them, but I think this modular weapon system is a good start. Having pushed our existing designs about as far as I thought possible, the integration of a few key alien components provided the much needed stability we've been looking for. With these modifications in place, we should be able to attach larger upgrades for even more firepower. The troops will like that, from Chief Engineer Lily Shen. I presume the alien materials are duct tape, of course, but we can't be certain. And as we can see here, Shen notifies us that we can now attach additional weapons, or other additional items to our weapons. Magnetic weapons is obviously something you want to get early. I tend to find in XCom 2 that getting ahead in terms of weaponry is more important than getting ahead in terms of armour, but for now we will probably settle for alien biotech, as this simply takes too long, and I'd rather have a chance to advance the plot a bit rather than spend a month researching weapons and not really get anywhere, or at least not get the materials we'll need to pay for them anyway.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available. Although I had realistic expectations as to the limited resources and facilities available to me on board the Avenger, I have to say, it's taken some getting used to. Even with the ship's dampening field, frequent turbulence and the occasional evasive maneuver make it difficult to conduct experiments of any notable sensitivity. I may have to adapt my research techniques to maintain efficiency under these conditions.
So let's meet our rookies now. Excellent. Oh, we've acquired one extra, so he'll body morph at some point into someone brand new. Hello, Daniel Wilson. We'll consider you a blank template for the moment. And acquiring a scientist may be important.
Plotting new course.
But first let's briefly meet our new soldiers. I believe I have put in the name and nickname the wrong way around in one of these soldiers. Here we are, yes. We'll just quickly make a couple of corrections here.
Getting it done.
And of course, as I've promised, I need to fix Drizzy Dan's voices. He's sounding not quite like himself, let's be honest. To my knowledge, he is not quite Italian, but there we go.
Got it covered.
So in the meantime, let's meet our Spartans and see their biographies. So, Anthony Yash A1176 always wanted to be an infantryman, but his constant talking and ridiculous ideas ticked off his superiors enough to get him landed on a mountain providing overwatch all day. Still finds a way to have fun though, whether it be finding the funniest way to kill his enemies, or by doodling pictures in the dirt. If seriousness is what you want, look elsewhere. Kiko has not provided a backstory yet, or quite possibly has, and I haven't checked the thread. If that's the case, sorry Kiko, I'll get it in as soon as possible. Drizzy Dan, mad at Yoshi for stealing his Spartan idea, he lets off steam by killing his enemies. No sadist, he puts 2 in the chest and 1 in the head when he can to make it quick. Yoshi, on the other hand, is a sicko. Tyrone Big Ty, after his colony was destroyed, he enlisted for some swift justice and seems to be getting it. Look at the size of that saw. Brandon Gamble decided to save humanity and so decided to become a Spartan 3. And this is Twan, who, well, I could tell you, but then, well, you know how that phrase ends. The armour speaks for itself, I believe. This is Morrigan Shoddy. Betrayed by an only chosen Spartan, leader of her squad, Morrigan was forced to lose her memory from a gunshot wound to the head and was only able to survive by being placed in cryo. She was healed at an unspecified UNSC hospital several years later. Colin Boss. Silent, steely-eyed and steady under fire, Boss has all the makings of a perfect combat surgeon. Richard Slick. The slickest one of them all. Leonard Church. There's a fine line between not listening and not caring. I like to think I walk that line every day of my life. I will make a slight change to him here as I need to put his visor colour in, as unfortunately they don't seem to be enabled by default. But we'll move straight on to our next Spartan, who is a Heavy Blue, who is just another Spartan in a war without end. And I believe he had a gold visor. I will need to check this afterwards, I do apologise. And lastly we have Alex the Maestro. He put his engineering skills to use in more creative ways when he joined the Rebel Call to Arms, and like the rest of our Spartans who've joined, he will require a new visor, which in his case is bright silver. We'll also just quickly fix the loadouts on these Spartans here. Church will ultimately become a sniper rifle, as you'd expect, so for the meantime he'll be getting a DMR. Blue will be playing an infantryman, so he'll be going with the standard assault rifle. And Maestro, for the moment, will be rolling with the DMR, but will ultimately change to a heavy machine gun when he's promoted. So there you have it. That's our Spartans, that's our heroes for this Let's Play. I will do my best to keep you alive, and if necessary I will sacrifice Drizzy and Yoshi to do so. In the meantime, let's find ourselves a scientist. But first, let's find some guerrilla ops. This is to collect Dr. Ping Zhao, who is an engineer. I do apologise if I've mispronounced that.
Setting course for the West Asian Corridor.
Or we can have it glitch out. Let's hope that's rectifiable. Oh dear. Please rejoin me in part 2, oddly enough, once I reload the game and get this fixed. So you can check the time there, 7:34 AM. so we'll be back in a few moments.